This video is for anybody who wants to register and write the NCLEX exams, but they do not know where to start. Anybody who knows me personally knows that I'm someone who would go through loopholes to find what I actually want. I mentioned in my previous video, it took me 3 years to write this exam. I have done a lot of research, and you don't need to pay anybody to help you with this process. You can do this process yourself. I did it myself. I didn't pay anybody to do it for me, and I've helped quite a number of people to also do this by themselves and gotten their ATT to write the exams. This video is your NCLEX 101. Let me just say this: you went through nursing school, you're educated, you know medical terms, so what can't you do? Sit down, take a pen and paper, and let's talk. As much as you think it is not, it's very easy. It's just stressful, it's just frustrating. Unless of course you are someone who is a stress-free baby, you don't want to go through that hassle and you want an agency or someone to do it for you, great. But what I can tell you is that usually it's good you do everything by yourself, so that when it comes to choosing an agency, you get to have the upper hand. You get it when you go directly to an agency to help you write the exams. They give you any kind of contract. But if you already have the NCLEX, you get to sit back and choose which contract you want to go for. Some will say they don't have the money to afford for that. It's fine. This is for the girls who are go-getters, ambitious, and want to do this by themselves. I wouldn't say I had the money, but I was paying it as I was going. To the point that when I wasted $1,000+, I didn't even know I had $1,000+. But here I am. Let's get right into this video. The first thing I need you to do is declare yourself. I don't know which country you are in, but I'm talking for my people in Ghana. I don't know the condition in Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, but in Ghana, you're supposed to declare yourself. Declaring yourself is just the Ministry of Health wanting to know you do not own the government, you don't own your school, you do not own your workplace. Because in Ghana, nurses were paid to go to school. I didn't get that money. Before you start anything else, clear yourself. We all know how long that clearance takes. I just have my pointers here so I don't forget. Know the state you want to use. Every state is different. I mentioned that in my previous video. Every state has their own requirements and what their length of registration. Texas Board of Nursing, I'm going to talk more about Texas Board of Nursing and Illinois because those are the two states I used. So yeah, most of my perspective is going to come from there. Texas Board of Nursing will give you just 1 year to write the exams. And with Texas Board of Nursing, they'll tell you to do a background check. Every state will tell you to do a background check. They want to be sure you're not a criminal. On top of that, some states will tell you to write IELTS. Some states don't require you to write IELTS. Some states can tell you to write an exam. Hello, Texas Board of Nursing. Yes, they will tell you to write a jurisprudence exams. It's actually an open book exams. They give you the material, you study for it, you write the exams. It was pretty much simple and easy. You can do it. With Illinois, you didn't really care. Illinois is just with you. Do your background check, register with Pearson, and you're good. I'm just saying, pick whichever one that works for you. New York, New Mexico. But if you're a midwife, psychiatric nurse, whatever nurse, you know the restriction. Know which states you're going to go for because it's very important. I know midwives who use Arizona Board of Nursing and got approved, and others use it, they didn't get approved. I know midwives who used Illinois State Board of Nursing, they didn't get approved. Some got approved, some being me, and every other person I introduced to Illinois, they got approved. Do with this information as you want to. Know the country you want to write the exams. I wanted to write the exams in the US from day one. God knows, I kept telling God, I want to write these exams in the US. And yeah, I did write the exams in the US because aside from you registering with Pearson VUE, paying that $200, where you write the exams determine if you're going to pay the extra $100 fee or not, or $150 if you're in the UK. I wrote the exams in US. I didn't have to pay any other thing apart from the $200 registration. So if you're writing this in Canada, in the US, and I think Australia, you don't need to pay any fee aside the registration fee, which is $200. But if you're writing it anywhere else, you need to pay for the scheduling fee. So just know where you're going to choose. Now let's get to the organization you want to register with. The organization you want to register with actually is predetermined by what type of nursing you did. The most common, everybody knows, is CGFNS. Now true merit. All nurses use them. And if you're not a general nurse, general being the word, if you're not a general nurse, those people will bounce you. They'll tell you you're not eligible. But started getting exposed to ERES, Josephine, and all that. I use ERES, but what I can tell you now, if you're a midwife, any other profession that is not CGFNS eligible, is still go to CGFNS. I explained that in my previous video. Go watch that video. I dedicated a whole portion to talk to midwives, psychiatric nurses, adult nurses, pediatricians, all those people. Go through that CGFNS process. Let them bounce you. Yes, let them bounce you. Take those courses and just send your transcripts and everything will be fine, because you don't want to go through that VisaScreen wahala. I promise you, you don't want to go do it. You don't want to go start nursing school again because of VisaScreen wahala. If you have another way to get your green card aside from being sponsored for by your agency, that's EB3 visa, why not just go ahead with ERES? Don't let them bounce you. Go with ERES, let them do the evaluation for you, and you're good. But if you are like any of us who have to be filed for and you need visa screening, I beg, just go to CGFNS. After you select any of that, you go to their website. I would list their website here. or in the description below. Go to their website, create an account, and put in an application. Creating an account is different from putting an application. The application process is quite easy. I have experienced the CGFNS application process because I helped a friend do it. A bunch of questions. You put in an application, they'll ask you for your transcripts, unofficial, and they'll ask you, I think, for your certificates or something. They just want to be sure that whatever the school is going to send is the same as what you're uploading, I'm sure. Answer those questions, pay your money. ERES is $485. I don't know for CGFNS, and I also don't know for JSNA. That's Josephine. I don't know for them. After you put in application, they will tell you forms. And one form is for nursing body and another form is for your school. If you went to two schools, I'm talking from a Ghanaian perspective, if you went to a nursing training, then you also went to a bachelor's program again, you need to download two forms. Because in the application, you would have put in that you went to this school and that school. But if you only did nursing training, you only put in nursing training to download a form for nursing training. For me, I had to download two forms, one for my nursing training and one for Wisconsin. Do you get it? When you get those forms, you have to sign those forms and take it to the respectful places. NMC, you pay their forms, or any nursing body. Is it GBC? No, yeah, it's GCB. I don't know what this word, but yeah, Ghana Commercial Bank. You pay that money, you bring it back to them, and they start the process. You have to take the other forms to your school. Get a connect at any of those places to make your life easier. If you have somebody who you can call, like the secretary of your school or something, who you could be calling constantly, these are the documents you need for your school. NMC is just straightforward. When you take your forms to them, after you've signed your part, they know what to send. For your school, I realize a lot of people don't know what to tell the school to send, and then the school send things that are lacking in certain things. These are the forms you need to tell your school to send. First is English proficiency. Yes, if it's just a letter showing that your education was done in English, let them create that letter with your school letterhead. Second is your transcript. Let them generate a transcript. Third is your certificate. I'm sure your school wouldn't have certificates, so you would have to send the certificates to the school. If you graduated from most nursing training in Ghana, you have KNUC certificates. Scan that certificate, both the certified copy and the main certificate, in one PDF and send it to your school. Let them print it out and add it to the documents, because don't forget, those documents I'm mentioning right now are going to be mailed, not emailed, mailed by DHL, FedEx, whatever, and you're going to pay for it. Or just make sure everything is intact before you go. The school doesn't have your certificate. Once again, you will have to send it to them so they can print it and add it to those files or documents they're preparing. The last one you have to add is your curriculum, especially if you are with ERES. The curriculum is what actually helps us to make us eligible. Let the curriculum, it should have content. They should write everything you've ever done. Clinicals, what? Because that will determine if you're eligible or not. Now, if your school sends that document, you will have to wait for your organization to tell you they've received those documents. ERES will tell you it will take 8 to 12 weeks. I know someone's own took 3 weeks. Just be open for anything. CGFNS, I don't know how long. JSNA, I don't know how long because I never used them. I only did application for someone and I left everything to her. After your documents have been sent to them and you are maybe like 2 weeks away from your documents have been sent to them, you now come and register with the state board you selected. You create an account with them and you put in an application. If it's for Texas Board of Nursing, I know a lot of people like to use Texas Board of Nursing because it's easier with them. And I love Illinois. And I just keep saying this, they're so chill. If you have a limited time, like someone like Texas Board of Nursing, the moment all your documents are sent, you don't need to wait for 2 weeks or 3 weeks before you register. You can just go ahead and register. If you are with a state that gives you more time, like Illinois, you can wait when the report is ready, because that's what I did. I waited when the report was ready. This when I did my registration, because I know for a fact that I could do everything within 1 month and get my ATT, but I was not ready. If you're not ready to write the exams, hold on, and you have more time. You don't have that 1 year limit. Take things one at a time. Register with the board, do what they want. You do the background check. If you are in Ghana, you will need a fingerprint card. Yeah, even me being in America, I need a fingerprint card. But the difference is I am doing interstate mailing, not emailing, mailing, and you are doing overseas, so yours will be expensive. What you have to do is, there is a PDF, FBI PDF online. I don't know, I'll probably look for it and put it in the description. You can buy the fingerprint on Amazon, or you could just do a printed copy of that, like what's on the internet, on an A4 sheet, and take it to the police to do the fingerprint for you. You put it in a brown envelope, take it to DHL, FedEx, whatever, email it to whatever agency the board want you to. So with Illinois, they had a lot of agencies they worked with. I use Accurate. Texas Board of Nursing, they only had one, which is Identigo. So you only have to send it to Identigo. When the fingerprint is done, one thing about Identigo is they would update Texas Board of Nursing and it will show on your dashboard. But with Illinois, Accurate will just send you a receipt that the process was going through. What you have to do is that with that receipt, document, you have to print it out, sign it, add your report, that's the evaluation report, add your registration, and mail it back to them again. Illinois State Board of Nursing. After you do that whole registration and your report is ready, you send your report, you will now have to register with Pearson VUE. The State Board of Nursing is for you to do your evaluation. Pearson VUE is for the exams. Two different things. Pearson VUE goes to the State Board of Nursing to ask them, is this person eligible? They've already registered with us. Can we give them a go ahead? The State Board will tell them yes. Then they give you your ATT. So without registering with Pearson VUE, you can write the exams. Registration with Pearson VUE is $200. You create an account with them, you put in an application, they'll ask you NCLEX US or NCLEX Canada. You pick NCLEX US because you are using US. You answer everything you need to answer. After you are done and paying your $200 and everything at the Board of Nursing is ticked, Pearson VUE will get back to you with your ATT. Mine, I registered with Pearson VUE. The next day, I woke up and I got an email with them saying I've been approved. The final step is scheduling for the exams. As I mentioned, you have to know where you want to write the exams. Do you want to write it in the US or Canada, or you want to write it in any other place? If you're writing it in the US and Canada, you don't pay for the scheduling fee. But if you're writing it in any other place, I don't know if Australia is part of that as well, but you have to pay for the scheduling fee, which I know was $100. And if you're writing it in UK, it's $150. Okay, usually when they give you your ATT, it's either 6 months, 4 months, whatever, depending on the state. I know back then, Texas was giving 45 days or something. It's possible. I did this by myself. It took me 3 years, not because I didn't know what I was doing. It's just delayed. Maybe God, I have my own plans, but God has ordered my steps. He said for man planned, but he ordered my steps. He knew what he was doing. That is why I'm just saying that it's a process. It's a long process. Don't just be overwhelmed. Just take one step at a time. This is actually the first phase of the exams because it's another phase. Writing the exams is the first phase. The second phase is the visa screening or the immigration process. After you pass the exams, you need to start reaching out to agencies, right? The most things they ask you is, do you have your bachelor's? Do you have your result, NCLEX result? Do you have your license? Do you have your IELTS? Do you have visa screening? Those 5 things they usually ask. If you use CGFNS, you can go ahead and pay for the visa screening because you already have your documents. You don't need to send documents again. Since you already send your documents to CGFNS, you just have to pay for the money and they do the visa screening for you. But for someone who didn't use CGFNS, like me, if I want to use CGFNS, I have to send documents again, go through that whole process. That is why I was encouraging you to just go ahead with CGFNS, let them bounce you, do the courses. That will be easy. Yes, I know it's not only CGFNS that does visa screening. CGFNS and Josephson, as well as before 2024, Josephson was what midwives were using to do visa screening. After January of 2024, most of the midwives I know that went to Josephson are saying they are telling them they're not eligible and a whole bunch of things. And it's up to you to figure out how to go about with the visa screening. I know the process for after you write the exams and in the file for you have a priority date. It takes like almost 2 years. Within that 2 years, you figure out, especially for midwives, you figure out if you're a nurse, it's easy. Because you're going to use CGFNS, you just have to pay that $500 for the visa screening. You write your IELTS, they are doing the visa screening. You send your IELTS results, and you're done. Do you get it? I hope this information was helpful. Let me know if you need further directions or details of whatever I said. I think I covered pretty much everything. Yes, that is all I have. Thank you for staying tuned. Don't forget, share, like, comment. I am the walking stick for you people. Use me as your walking stick. I'm walking the path and clearing the path so that you can go through smoothly. I have this belief that the fact that I have gone through hardship with something doesn't mean you have to also go through hardship, or the fact that someone has gone through hardship doesn't mean you have to, or we all have to. All right, see you in my next video. Bye.